does the lion say? Hello, what's up, my fellow page turners and peeps that are cool because they read and read because they are cool? Hello, I'm Livy Rock, teacher by day, rock star by night, and today I'm going to be chatting with you to discuss a book called Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky. Yep, my boy Tristan Strong punched a whole hole in the sky. Keep watching, let's talk.
Yay! Welcome to the jungle. Yay! Welcome to the jungle.
Thanks for stopping by. Let's chat about this book, Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky, written by Kwame Mbalia. And yeah, I hope I got that right. Did I, y'all? Somebody? I think I got it right. Nailed it. If I didn't, I sincerely apologize. So let's talk about this book. So I believe this book, when I looked at online, I tried to go to Book Wizard. Book Wizard was like, not today. Not today. You're not going to get anything out of me today. So I went to booksource.com and they said that the Lexile level of this book was about 680. And yeah, so why am I even discussing this book? If it was trash, I would not be talking about it. No cap. I'm talking about this book today because it is amazing to me. And let me tell you why. There's a few things on why it is really, really good. And why I think that kids should read it. So it ties in African-American folktale and West African folktale or mythos and gods. And it's just... when it comes to descriptive writing that is action-packed, that are going to keep kids engaged, that if I was a kid, well, kind of, sort of, I feel like I am. But if I was a kid that was in elementary school or middle school, or even high school, and I just wanted a good book to read, I would most definitely pick up this book. Not only is the cover amazing, not only is the lead character kind of cute, tell the truth, he kind of cute. There is just so much. I want to know who this big old dude is. I feel like he's John Henry from when I was a kid and learning about John Henry with his big old hammer. I'm pretty sure that's John Henry. and I want to know, how did this kid with his fist balled up, what did he do? How did he punch a hole in the sky? So immediately I'm grabbed in and I'm intrigued. So it's going to prompt me to open this thing up. And then it says 7th grader Tristan Strong. Oh, 7th grade, turn up. Feels anything but strong ever since he failed to save his best friend when they were in a bus accident together. So if you have read The Hate That You Give and you understand how characters can go through something with loss, they can go through loss and things like that, then this is most definitely something that you want to check out as well, because Tristan Strong is struggling. He's going through something. He is sent to his grandparents' house, a farm in Alabama. So if we're in COVID, you can't travel. Some of you may not be going to Alabama. Some of us may not be going to Africa, West Africa, anywhere in between. If you can't travel, pick up this book because you're gonna get a lot of good detail about this world, and even some about Alabama. It's kind of cool. He's been sent to heal from this tragedy. On his first night there, a sticky creature shows up in his bedroom and steals his best friend's journal. Why? Gumdrop thing in here. Why you playing? So this character, this weird thing, comes to his room, steals his journey, and then it takes off from there, and it does not stop until the end, which I don't even know if it stopped in the end, honestly. I think it's one of those books that is so good they have to keep going. I'm literally like waiting for the movie to come out. Where's the movie? Y'all see the movie? Can I get a Netflix original special? What we doing? Because this is really that good. Something else about this book that I think that it is definitely high interest, high action for action readers. If you like Percy Jackson, if you like Aru Pandava, drawing a blank. If you like any of those, just action-packed, people trying to solve problems, characters trying to go on quests or trying to accomplish something, trying to puzzle solve. Mr. Limoncello's, all my Mr. Limoncello readers who love to solve mysteries and puzzles and try to figure out. This is a book that is going to grab you. It's going to grab you. Strong female. I wouldn't really call her sidekick because she not having that. Not today. She's not having that. But strong female co-lead. Definitely I could see some things going on, but I was like, oh, what's going to happen between these two? But it wasn't that type of book, so parents don't have to worry about that, because sometimes I have to worry about that with some of my students. Like, oh, is it going to be one of those books where they're introducing some things they're not supposed to? This, it doesn't do that. So definitely safe to read. The setting is extraordinary. It is very visual, very descriptive, beautifully written in a way that I was like, oh, it kind of reminded me of Black Panther a little bit, just a little bit. Just how descriptive and beautiful the settings and everything. It just took me to a whole nother place. Also put me in the mind of Harry Potter, like going into that, just being engraft into, just submerged into a completely different world. So definitely has those elements in there. Now, as a teacher, for all my teachers that may be listening, woo woo. But one of the things that how would I use this in my classroom? Well, one of the things I would do, I would definitely use it in my guiding reading groups. So, because why? Kids are going to want to read it. Book club books for your station work. If you have book clubs that you set up in your classroom and the kids have the different roles, this is a great book to use because it has a lot of juicy content. A lot of good things you can pull from it. You can tie in art standards where you can have kids illustrate characters because they're so vividly described. They could illustrate the settings and the different places in the story, certain parts of the plot they can pull out. They can create dramas from it, take it, summarize it, turn it into a play, design the set, everything, hook it up. They can complete a book project on it. If they wanted to do some form of a book project, it would most definitely be something that they could do because it has so much good content. The plot is very fast paced and it has a lot of content in it. So it's not one of those books where you're like, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's over. Like, it is just very action packed, and it takes you, the action just keeps going. And every time you're in a different setting or you're doing something, like you're somewhere else, a different part of the story where he has to travel. And when he travels there, that place has its own its own description and the setting and all this awesomeness that's happening there. So definitely can tie in art standards all day. You can even compare and contrast different I'm so excited I can't even think. So one of the things, you could compare and contrast African American folktale, West African folktale, Chinese folktale, Indian folktale. You can tie in all those different things where you can compare and contrast them. Looking at their differences and their similarities and how they compare, because there is West African folktales inside of here, and the characters kind of overlap with American folktales. You guys can definitely discuss that, compare and contrast that backwards and forwards. You can also high order thinking questions where kids are able to analyze and predict what might happen next based on the evidence and based on the things that are going on in the story. Ask them certain questions based on Tristan's behavior. What prediction can you make? Why do you think that he's behaving like this? Why do you think that he chose that decision instead of making another decision? So tons of different high order thinking high order thinking questions that you can have where students are hitting that higher Bloom's taxonomy, those kind of questions. You have enough material in here that you can do that. Another thing, after kids read the book and they're like, oh, and they're doing that happy dance, kids do. They don't. After they get done reading this, they could totally do a book trailer. We have a lot of technology. A lot of kids nowadays are things are very digitized, and there are a lot of software that can create a Google site using this book. They can create a Google slideshow or book trailer using Google Slides. They can create, if your students are familiar with Flipgrid, they can do book summaries using Flipgrid to really tell you about the story and let them just speak and, increase their communication skills by making Flipgrid videos where they are summarizing the book. Things like that they can do where you're tying in technology. But book trailers will probably be one of the things that I'm definitely going to incorporate with my group after they finish reading this. I'm going to have them do a book trailer, and they are going to just knock it out. Knock it out. I'll put as many resources as I can in the information below. Thank you guys for stopping in. I hope I have helped you and convinced you to check out this book because you know, us fellow page turners have to stick together. Okay. Thank you, friends, for checking in. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Got a lot of hot stuff coming. Keep reading.